Okay, so in the last month, Meta rolled out 13 updates, which I think you should be aware of because these are gonna impact the way you are running Meta ads as of now. These include WhatsApp retargeting, some changes with Pixel Helper, Meta purchasing Manus AI, and a lot more, which I'll be discussing. So stay around if you are running Meta ads or are related to Meta ads in any way, shape, or form. This video is gonna be helpful for you to get up to speed on where Meta ads is as of now. Hi, I'm Sannidhya and this is the place where I cover Meta ads updates. So if you are already inside my course and watching this particular video, welcome back. And if you're watching this on YouTube, then hey, I cover Meta ads updates and also I cover some tips and tricks around Meta ads so that you can run your Meta ads efficiently and make profitable, do profitable things. Okay, so update number 1 is kind of huge. And if you are already using WhatsApp Business and if you are not using it, this might be the reason that you might want to start using it. Okay, so Meta is now letting you retarget people who have opted into your business marketing communication on WhatsApp. This is not the same as WhatsApp status ads I covered a few weeks ago. This is retargeting people who have already said, yes, I want to hear from your business. And here's how it works. When you are setting up your campaign in Ads Manager, you can now select marketing messages as placement. This placement specifically targets people who have opted into receiving marketing messages from your business on WhatsApp. Now, because the people have already raised their hand, they have already given you permission to market them. Think about it, right? This is a warm audience that's sitting inside WhatsApp, and now you can re-engage with them through paid ads. Okay, so this is one of those features which I think will be helpful initially, but eventually I don't think so. Because think about it, if you're doing email marketing or WhatsApp marketing, the sole reason of doing so is to get away from paying for customers who are already in the pipeline. Because through retention marketing, we only increase the touch points in a affordable way, because if you're sending a WhatsApp to them, that's more affordable than running an ad or getting them to click on it through an ad. Think about it. But there's a really big but over here. A few people are saying that it's giving them really good results as of now. Therefore, I'm not sure till when these guys will be getting really good results, because in a nutshell, it is remarketing, right? And on remarketing, you get really good results. But in order to reach to those, or in order to reach out to those people, there are two ways. You can do WhatsApp marketing and also you can do this thing. So it's up to you how you want to do it. Because think about it, if someone opted for WhatsApp messages or WhatsApp business communication, it doesn't mean they want to see your ads flooding their WhatsApp, right? Like, this is kind of like a different placement altogether. Use it strategically for re-engagement campaigns, special offers for existing customers, or bringing back people who went cold. And if you haven't set up WhatsApp Business yet, now's the time. Get your WhatsApp Business account connected to your Meta Business Suite as soon as possible. Start collecting opt-ins, and when this feature is there in your account, you will have an audience ready to retarget. Now moving to update number 2, and this one's for everyone who has ever stared at their dashboard wondering why their tracking is broken. Well, anyway, this is still not gonna help you. You will have to, you'll have to go to Fiverr and get someone who is professional at setting up your Meta pixels. But the Meta Pixel Helper has got some uplift. Okay, it's just a facelift, I feel. The interface is cleaner, and basically they are copying Google, right? If you are using Google, Google Tag Manager, that whatever extension is there, a Tag Manager Assistant. Okay, it's just similar to that one now. Okay, and nothing much over here, to be very honest. It's just that a facelift. Okay, nothing else has changed. Their tracking still sucks, and that's the reason why I created Trackosity.io. And you might be thinking that I am always promoting Trackosity. If you'll use Trackosity and you know how much money you are saving because of Trackosity, you'll know why I am saying that. Okay, so now we have update number 3, which is Meta is now asking advertisers to add their WhatsApp phone number in Ads Manager to receive important alerts about ads payment directly in WhatsApp. If you have problems with regards to spending limits and all, this is a good one. Just go ahead, add your number, and whenever your spending limit is, whenever you are reaching your spending limit, you will be getting notification, and you can increase or you can just pay up Okay, so credit limits also, like credit limit notification also will be received on WhatsApp, so you can go ahead and do that. This is pretty good, because I'm assuming that they will not be sending me ad rejection messages or all the messages which are there. If they're sending me all the rejection messages and all, then basically it is similar to what we are getting on email, right? And we don't, or at least I have done this thing, that I have moved all the emails which I'm receiving from Meta into promotions, because there are way too many. I have got so many ad accounts, and if I'm receiving all the ad rejections and ad approvals or ad published notification over there, it's just a waste of time. I only want to get notifications that, if your spending limit is reaching, okay, if any ad is getting rejected, okay, or if payment fails, or something that is related only to financial things. If I'm receiving that, then fine, otherwise I don't want it. So it's a good option to have that role of financial analyst with someone, so that they are receiving all these notifications, because when someone is a financial analyst, then they get only that kind of a notification. Okay, then the next one is related to Messenger. Okay, so Meta is removing the feature that allows businesses to send marketing messages in Messenger. This feature was called recurring notifications, and to be honest, I have never used it, and I don't know why people might be using it. Okay, and it's going away, and it has already gone away, by the way, February 10th, 2026. So if you are watching this, and you would be watching this after that only, so it has already gone away. Okay, so what might be a good idea is to move those people to your WhatsApp audience now, okay, and start building the WhatsApp, thingy for yourself. And honestly, WhatsApp is much better than Messenger. Everyone does that. Everyone has it. Then moving on to update number 5, which is ad library, and this is a pretty cool one. You can now sort Meta ads library or the ads inside Meta ads library by high to low impressions. Just think about it. Before this, when you searched a competitor in ads library, you would see all their ads in random order. You had no idea which ads are or were actually getting significant delivery, and which ones Meta tested for, basically you didn't have the idea what's what. Okay, now with the help of this one, you would be able to sort them from high to low. The ads with the highest impression will show up first. This tells you exactly which ads your competitors are scaling, which creative formats are working for them, and where their budget is actually going. And this is a pretty cool one, I think. Okay, from the research standpoint, you would stop wasting time analyzing ads and figuring out whether this is working or not, right? If you are doing competitor research or you are investing in R&D, then you know how big of a deal this is. Then moving on to update number 6, and this is around video generation in Meta Ads Manager. So Meta is rolling out a new beta feature called video generation, okay, and this will be directly available inside the Ads Manager. This AI-powered feature lets you transform multiple images into dynamic multi-clip videos with text overlays and music. When it is available inside your account, you will find this option at the ad levels in Ads Manager. You upload a few images, Meta's AI stitches them together into a video, adds transitions, text overlays, and background music, and boom. And to be honest, this is pretty basic. I'm like, oh god, I have to cover this as an update. Do you guys think? Okay, let me know in the comments. Okay, let me know in the email. Let me know in the comments. Is this even an update? Right? Look at where Google View is, where Runway ML is, or where Kling is, and what is Meta doing? What? To be honest, I feel insulted that I'm covering this as an update. Okay, so this is not a replacement of anything. Okay, this is just a joke. Okay, and I would not be covering it much. Then we have update number 7, which is specific to advertisers targeting audiences in European region. So Meta Ads Manager is showing a notice that people's ad settings may affect delivery, specifically when people in European region choose to see less personalized ads. Those ads may be shown in ad breaks where users are required to watch some or all of the ad before continuing to browse. Now, this is similar to YouTube's forced pre-roll ads. You can't skip them, you have to watch them. And here's what this means for your metrics. If you are targeting European audiences and your ads end up in these forced viewing placements, you are going to see inflated video duration metrics, and this is similar to you running ads on audience network, to be very honest, because people are not watching it because they want to watch it, but they're watching it so that they can start using the feature of an app or something other. So they have an ulterior motive over there, so similar to that one. But if you are running conversion ads, then you're pretty much safe, okay? But still keep a close eye on the breakdown and see whether you are getting a lot of unnecessary views or not over there. So if you're targeting Europe, monitor your video metrics really closely, okay? Separate them from other regions. Like if you have multiple regions that you're targeting other than Europe, then try running different campaigns for different regions so that you can compare what is happening where, in which particular geographical location, and then you can take measures accordingly. Okay, moving on to update number 8, which is related to Manus AI. So I think you must be aware that Meta purchased Manus AI. Now they have integrated Manus AI inside Meta Business Suite. That's what they have done. It hasn't rolled out in all the ad accounts, but some of the ad accounts have it. And it's similar to GenSpark, but it has got more access because it's now integrated inside Ads Manager, so it has more access to the meta ads than GenSpark AI. Because in GenSpark AI or Claude, you will have to connect the MCP with the meta ads, and there's a whole technicality to it, but over here you will just get it inside Manus AI. To be honest, GenSpark is far superior than Manus AI. Manus AI, according to me, is like overhyped, way too overhyped, not just overhyped. So let's see what happens. And anyway, according to me, Microsoft and Meta has a reputation of acquiring something and then destroying it. There are 2 exceptions to it: Instagram and WhatsApp. Rest everything, whatever they have acquired, I don't think they did a pretty good job with them. Then update number 9 is about threads. So over here, when it will be available, you can now add threads to your Meta Business Suite. Just go to settings, select accounts, and add your threads account. That's it. Okay, so I'll tell you one thing. I read something or somewhere, and I'm not 100% sure that it was correct or not. The news mentioned that the active users on threads are now more than X. I didn't validate it, but if that is true, then I think running ads on threads and doing this, whatever I just said, makes sense. Now also over here, okay, there is one critical thing which you have to keep in mind. Meta is pushing this particular thing, that they want all your business assets in one place, which is under Meta Business Suite. Facebook page, Instagram account, WhatsApp business, and now threads. The critical part over here is, which I want you to understand, is that your business should own all your ad account and assets. This should not be owned by your agency or your contractor or your friend who helped you set up things or any third party. See, because I've seen so many businesses lose access to their ad accounts, their pages, their audiences, because some agency or freelancer owned the asset and disappeared or had a falling out with the client. So make sure that all the assets are yours. And to be honest, this is the best practice, that the agency asks you only to create everything. Many times I have seen a lot of business owners coming to me and asking me to create an ad account or Facebook business page for them, to which my unequivocal answer is, no, I'm not going to do that. And that's the reason to it. I want you to, even if there's a falling out, I don't want to, first of all, if there's a falling out, I don't want to entertain you, let alone giving you access, because that's not that I don't want to give you, I just don't want to talk to you anymore. Okay, so I would be like, just create it on your own, so that if there's a falling out, I don't have to see your face ever again. Okay, then update number 10 is basically name change. Okay, so the ad label will be replaced by sponsored label, and you might have already started seeing that. Meta is updating the sponsored label for ads on Facebook and Instagram. Honestly, this is just a name change update, that's all. Okay, now let's move on to the next one, which is update number 11, which is a placement change. The Instagram Explore ad placement, which was available, is now being removed, or has been removed in a few of my ad accounts. okay, and you can't see that. Okay, you can still select Instagram Explore Home as a placement, but generic Instagram Explore option is going away. And also I'm seeing that there are 0 ads in that particular area as of now. Here's what this means. Instagram Explore used to include multiple sections: the Explore home feed, the Explore search result, the Explore topic page. Now Meta is consolidating and being more specific about where ads show up. Okay, so if you have active campaigns with Instagram Explore selected, Meta might auto migrate them to Instagram Explore Home, or you might need to manually update your placement sections, okay, selections. And here's my take, just to see in the breakdown for the next few days what is happening, where are they spending, and yeah, basically what's happening. Okay, and if you are getting really good CPA over there, then fine. Otherwise, you know what to do, right? If you are in the course, you know what to do. If you're not in the course, then anyway. Then update number 12 gives you a powerful new way to analyze your campaign performance across different audience types. You can now break down by country and audience segments. So what does that mean is that this new breakdown listed under geography lets you view country level data segmented by new audiences, engaged audiences, and existing customers. And for this to work, you first need to define your audience segments in the advertising settings interface within the business suite. I think you already know how to do so, okay? And if you haven't, why the hell you haven't done it, okay, just do it. To be honest, these breakdowns or these results which appear are directionally really good, but don't take them on the face value. Always make a note of the fact that they will be 20% off from the target. For example, if you are seeing 10, then it might be 8 or 12, depending upon how far you are off the target, or is it an inflated one or deflated metrics. But definitely directionally it gives you really good sense, and you should look at it. And how this is useful is, so let's say you are spending $10,000 a month in the US and 80% of your conversions are from existing customers. So basically you are not actually growing. One thing. Second thing, you could have achieved it with the help of emails. So yeah, then I think also one more thing. I think at that point of time, incremental attribution setting might be a better option for you, so that you stop targeting those people who are already your customers. And then moving on to the update number 13, which is specifically for anyone running Reels ads. Reels trending topic is a new breakdown option in Ads Manager. It allows you to break down your Reels ads by trending topic and see which trending topics are driving the best performance. For context, Meta has been pushing Reels hard. They want Reels to compete with TikTok, and we all know that since 2020, I think. And part of the strategy involves surfacing Reels based on trending topics and algorithmic recommendations. And now you can see which trending topics your ads are being associated with and which ones are actually converting. Meta is trying to minimize the gap between the organic content and ad content. Because think about it, Meta's job is to keep people, or Meta is rewarding more of those advertisers or organic creators who are able to keep people on their platform. So now they are giving advertisers more insight into which topics are relevant to them through this update. Therefore, when you go back to the creative board, that should be in your head that this particular topic is something that we are getting associated with. So you can go ahead and see what kind of templates or what kind of reels are getting the most views, because always there will be topical trends which will be happening in those particular topics, and you can copy those exact template, write a direct response copy around those templates for your product, and then shoot it and then run them. If you know, or if you resonate with what I just said, I think you are the most dangerous marketer who is out there. But if you didn't understand what I just said, just enroll in my course. Why the hell are you not? Alright, so these were all the 13 Meta Ads updates you need to know right now. And if you're watching this on my YouTube, then I want you to do one thing. If you felt anywhere that you need an upgrade in your Meta Ads, then I have done one thing. I have placed the link to my paid workshop in the description. go ahead, click on it, go to the landing page, purchase the workshop and start watching it right now. It's a 3-hour workshop. You can click on it in the description. Just go to the landing page, see if that resonates with you. Go ahead, purchase it and watch it instantly. It's a pre-recorded workshop. You can watch it instantly right now. And if you love that workshop and want to upgrade even more, then you have the chance to upgrade or to purchase my advanced course as well. That's all from my side. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.